It's not morning, it's 3 p.m. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to another vlog. Today's Thursday. I had a very nice morning out with my sisters. We went back to the bookstore that I went to last week. I did some writing, and then I also picked up another book because I have a problem. I got Dully All the Time by Annabelle Monaghan. I have seen so many of my favorite booktubers reading this book. So I didn't love Nora Goes Off Script, but I loved It's a Love Story. I gave that book 5 stars. So I'm very like hit or miss on Annabelle Monaghan right now, but everyone is hyping this book up, so I thought I would pick it up to potentially read. I also did some writing while I was there. We got some lunch, came back here, chilled, hung out. Now it's almost 3. I'm gonna listen to my audiobook for a little bit while I do some content creation stuff. I have to make some Instagram posts and then schedule those and get those ready to go up. And then I also just need to plan out some of my content for the next like week or so. Like I have to figure out what TikToks I want to do based on the trends that are trending right now. I have to plan out my new Music Monday TikToks and what I'm going to be doing for those. And then start looking into September video ideas. So we're gonna sit, listen to the audiobook, and do some content creation. So let's go. Good morning, everyone. It is like 10:30. I definitely slept much later than I wanted. I woke up at like 9:30 and was dilly-dallying, and I'm just now getting to my tasks for the day. So I had a whole plan for the day, and that got thrown out the window very quickly because again, I slept in too late. And that has been happening a lot, and I hate that it's been happening. So instead, I just made a to-do list. So I'm gonna do some job apps. I'm gonna knock 2 out, have some lunch, go run an errand for my mom after lunch, come back, do 1 more job app, and then make some stuff for Teachers Pay Teachers because I have some stuff that I could put on there that I just haven't. And my mom has been saying, she's like, you have such good Canva skills. Like, she's like, you could definitely put some stuff on there and make a little cash. So we're gonna try. So if you're a theater educator, I'm about to drop a ton of theater resources. So go check that out, I guess. And then I'm hoping to finish up around dinner time so that way for the rest of the night I can just chill. But right now we're gonna knock out some job apps. I'm pretty much exclusively applying to jobs in Chicago right now because I had a brief period where I kind of like cast a wider net and applied to other cities. And then just the more that I thought about it, the more I was like, nope, I pretty much only want to be in Chicago. So I'm like exclusively applying to jobs that are either in the Chicago suburbs or in the city. So I just found a communications role that I just applied to, and then the one that I'm applying to right now is a marketing role at a theater, but it's part-time. So I would have to find some sort of other part-time job to kind of supplement this. But if I do end up getting this one, it's really great experience in theater marketing, which is what I want to do, obviously. So yeah, we are working on the resume right now, just tailoring it and all of that stuff. I think after this, I'm gonna change, eat some lunch, and then go run the errand for my mom. Okay, I just finished running a quick errand for my mom. I had to pick up something from my sister's school, and it's so weird because this is where I went to high school. And so I walked in and I literally was like, why does it look so different? Okay, it doesn't look that different in hindsight, but there's definitely like some pretty big changes. Like I walked by like the theater classroom and I was like, wow, it looks so different. So yeah, I just had to pick up my sister's like uniform stuff. So I also showed someone where to go, which made me feel like, she was like, do you know where the uniform pickup is? And I was like, not exactly, but I'm pretty sure it's probably in the main office. So I showed her where to go. So I felt very official doing that. I have decided that the TPT stuff is gonna have to be done at a later date because there's a bunch of jobs that I saw that I want to apply to today. And I always try to get my application in before it hits the over 100 people have applied. And a lot of these, I'm on a time constraint. Okay, I gotta speed home and apply to all of those. So I think I'm just gonna spend the rest of the afternoon applying to jobs, and then in the evening I'll do like my reading and writing and hobbies and stuff like that. But that's the update. Okay, little update. I'm eating dinner now. I attempted to make brownies and I feel like they're gonna be a fail. They're cooking right now. One, we didn't have enough oil, so I Googled what to use instead of oil, and they were like melted butter. And I was like, I can do that. So I melted the butter, and then I realized after I had already poured it into the batter that it didn't get soft enough. So it wasn't like mixing correctly, and so I Googled how to fix that, and they were like hot water in the batter, and I was like, okay. So I put some hot water in there, and then I put way too much in, so then I had to put in some flour to like thicken it back up. But now it's cooking and there's like white spots, so I don't know what's happening. We'll just see. They've only been cooking for like 10 minutes, so maybe it'll be fine, but I don't have high hopes. But I made myself a little quiche for dinner. I did not make this from scratch. I heated it up in the microwave, but I love quiche. It's very good. So I finished up my job applications for the day. I ended up getting 4 done today, which is really good. And I got an interview. One of the jobs that I applied to this morning reached out like a couple hours later and was like, we'd love to interview you. So kind of slay. After I eat dinner, I'm going to do the dishes, clean up after myself, because the dishwasher needs to be unloaded and then reloaded, so I gotta do that. I'm gonna take a shower, and then I'm just gonna chill for the rest of the night. I was gonna write, but I'm really into my book right now, and I really just kind of want to read that. So maybe I'll do some writing tomorrow or later, I don't know. Update on the brownies. I actually ended up like overcooking them because I checked and they still needed some time, so I put them back in for another 10 minutes, and apparently they only needed like 5 because they're very crisp. I mean, they taste fine, which is fine, but they're a little crispier than I would want. But it's like 7 now, and Jeopardy starts in like 30 minutes, so I'm probably just gonna watch that and then shower and like clean up the kitchen and everything. So yeah. Okay, it is like 8:45. I cleaned the whole kitchen. I showered. I feel very relaxed right now. I think I'm gonna do a 30-minute writing session, just because like I want to be able to work a little bit each day if I want to meet my goals. And then I'm going to pick up my book, which, let me talk about my book because it's so good. I started Catabasis by R.F. Kuang. I started this last night. Did I start it last night? Maybe it was Wednesday. Anyway, I am almost 20% in, and I am freaking obsessed with this book. I already know it's going to be a 5-star read for me. I loved Yellowface. Babel was like a 3.5. I liked it. It just moved a little bit slow for me, and I love this because it's way better paced. Like, we just jumped right into the story, and I am really loving it. I love the world building. It's so cool. Yeah, so I have been like itching to read this all day. So I'm gonna write for a little bit and then pick this up and see how much of it I can read in one night, because I'm on page 126 and it's over 500 pages, so we'll see. But I do kind of want to stay up late and read a lot of it, so we shall see. Okay, I wrote 6 pages in 30 minutes, which is pretty impressive. And I think I wrote close to like 700 words. I'm almost at 30,000 words, which I'm really happy about. And I'm at 240 pages of the book so far, which is, again, right around where I want to be. And I just wrote the cutest little scene between my love interests. They're very much both in that stage where they're like, I don't think that they like me. And I'm like, y'all. But also, they're teenagers, and you know, teenagers aren't the best at reading signals. But yeah, I just wrote a really cute like little mini scene between the two of them, so I'm feeling pretty good. But now we are going to pick up Catabasis for the rest of the night. See you guys tomorrow. You guys, I am so locked into this book right now. I have been reading it all morning, literally all morning. I woke up at 9:30, started this at probably like 10:30. It is now almost 1 p.m. and I'm almost done. I'm 83% of the way through. I said last night on my book Instagram story that I felt like this book was going to emotionally destroy me, and it already has. I've already cried like twice, and the book's not even over. The crazy thing is, like, okay, this is a mild spoiler, so skip to this timestamp if you don't want a spoiler. They're going through all of this effort to bring their professor back, and their professor sucks. He's a horrible person, and I'm so glad that Alice is having her, like, clarity moment where she's like, no, he sucks. Because I've been saying that. When he was first introduced, I was like, okay, like, whatever. But then the second, like, story I heard about him, I was like, oh, this guy is awful. Why are they going through this much effort to bring him back when he literally is a horrible person? And I'm glad that they're finally piecing that together. I mean, granted, Peter did piece that together like way before Alice did, but now I'm kind of like, how are they going to fix this? Because now they're stuck in hell trying to save someone who really shouldn't be saved. So I'm so locked in right now. I'm hoping to finish in the next couple of hours. And then my next read is going to be Phoebe Berman's Gonna Lose It. I got it from the library on my Kobo. So I'm hoping to start both of those today and maybe do some TPT stuff. We'll see. Hello. It is a gloomy Sunday afternoon. I just finished Phoebe Berman's Gonna Lose It. I started it last night, finished it today. It was actually a surprisingly quick read. I honestly don't know what to think about it because I really liked Phoebe as a character. Like, I related a lot to her and her just like attitude towards things and her anxiety level. I will say, I feel like she kind of chose the guy that she had the least amount of page time with. So I feel like it was very rushed. Like, her like choosing which guy to be with was very rushed to me, which I wasn't the biggest fan of. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to rate it, actually. I'm still kind of pondering. But I think I want to do a reread next. So I need to decide what book to reread. Hello everyone, happy Monday. I got quite literally no sleep last night. I think I slept for maybe 3 hours. So that's super great. I had therapy early this morning, which I desperately needed. That was such a good therapy session. And then I came back here and applied to some jobs and started inquiring about substitute teaching here. So I kind of like set up those points of contact. And then I applied to 2 jobs. And now I'm sitting and reading. I've done a reread, or I've started a reread. I'm rereading The Rule Book by Sarah Adams. I love me a good sports romance. I feel like when you look at me, you don't think sports romance girly, but I actually love a good sports romance. And I remember liking this one a couple summers ago when I first read it, and I definitely do. I think it's really funny. Like, the banter is hilarious, and the tropes are definitely interesting. I don't know. Maybe I'm just kind of like moving on from Sarah Adams, but I feel like sometimes her writing is a little bit too cheesy for me. Just sometimes though, not the whole book. So I gave this a 4.25 the first time I read it, and I honestly feel like it stays a 4.25 right now. But yeah, I'm hoping to finish this today, and then obviously I have my interview at 5. My mom's doing my hair at 3. I'm a little bit nervous, but not super nervous. I'm just hoping it goes well. I don't want to overthink anything. I'm also just really tired, so like my brain is not really fully operating right now, but that is my update. Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. It is like super gloomy and like rainy out today, which makes me really happy. That's like my favorite kind of weather. Update. My interview went super well. I think it went really well. I had just such a blast during it, which is great. Today my main goal is to tackle my room. I would love to get my room clean, maybe start a load of laundry. I'm almost 60% of the way through my audiobook, which I'm listening to romantic comedy right now, and I actually really like it. I wasn't sure how I was gonna feel about it upon starting it. But I do really like it. I don't think it's like a 5-star read, but I'm definitely enjoying it more than I expected to. It's almost noon, so I'm going to make myself some lunch. But I am going to talk about the book that I started last night. My physical book that I'm reading right now is The Calamity Club by Catherine Stockett. This is a brick. I was not expecting this book to be like 600 pages long, but it is. So I'm hoping to get a little bit more of this read today because I barely made a dent in it last night. I don't really know what the plot is supposed to be yet. But my first initial thoughts is it reminds me a lot of A Streetcar Named Desire, which I don't know if you guys have heard of that play, but just like the dynamic between the two sisters reminds me a lot of Blanche and Stella, like their dynamic. It also, when we're in Meg's perspective, which Meg is like an orphan child, it reminds me a lot of just like the American Girl books that I read as a child, because it's historical fiction and she's around the same age as like the American Girls typically are. So it's a little bit nostalgic for me. So I am enjoying it. I just don't know what the plot is supposed to be yet. So, but that's my little update. I'm gonna go have some lunch. I also just uploaded my college advice video and it's already doing really well, which I'm so excited about. I'm really proud of how that video turned out. So I'm hoping it continues to do well for the rest of the week. But yeah, that's all I've done content creation wise today. I do need to make some Instagram posts today because I'm a little bit behind on like my graphics. So I'm hoping to work on that today as well. I literally was in the middle of cleaning my room and then I got a tornado warning on my phone. So right now I'm in our like den basement space. If it gets worse, I might move to our actual basement, but this is where we're at right now. I got my water and I got my phone. I might grab my book and see if I can like brave it upstairs. Oh, there goes the thunder. But yeah, we just chilling down here right now. I honestly might just like put a show on or something because I think I'm gonna be here for a while. Good morning, world. I got up this morning, did my hair and makeup because I had another interview for another part-time job in Chicago this morning. And I think that went really well. Great. So I'm just chilling for a little bit and then I'm gonna pick up my book, read some of that, and then I'm basically gonna switch off between every job app I do. I get to read more of my book. So it's kind of like reading sprints, but like I do a job app, I read 4 chapters. I read a job app, I read 4 chapters. I'm still reading The Calamity Club right now and I'm definitely getting like into it more. A lot of this stuff I like saw coming, but it's kind of almost satisfying because the sister character is super unlikable, and so like when all of this stuff is happening to her, I'm like, what did you think was gonna happen, babe? Like, I'm kind of glad this is happening to you because you needed a wake-up call bad. So again, it still reminds me a lot of Streetcar. Like I'm getting very much Streetcar Named Desire vibes, but we're gonna read some of that today and apply to some jobs. I have a list of jobs that I want to apply to today. So okay, I'm almost finished with The Calamity Club. I have like 50 pages left. I honestly don't know what to think, if I'm gonna be so real. I feel like it took so long for like the main storyline to come in, but like the writing is really good. I don't know. I'm thinking 3.5 or 3.75 right now, but I need to finish and then I will let you all know. Hello world. It has been a minute since I updated you all. It is now Sunday and it's like late in the day. It's like 3:45. I have been through so many books this week and I feel like I haven't super been updating what I've been reading, but right now I'm currently reading Dolly All the Time by Annabelle Monaghan. I'm about 30% in right now, and I honestly feel like this could be a 5-star read. Like, it has a lot of potential. It's feeling that way, but I'm not super far in, so we'll kind of see. But it is like all of the tropes that I really love in a romance book. So I'm gonna pick this up for a little bit. I'm hoping to at least get 60% of the way today, if not finishing it. But we shall see. But yeah, that's my little update for right now. Hey guys, it is a Monday night and I'm reading on my Kobo. I'm reading Tommy from the Moon on NetGalley. I'm liking it so far. It's a romance that revolves around theater kids. It's cute. I don't know. Like, I'm enjoying it, but I don't know if it's like hitting. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here because it's gotten extremely long. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Check out my social medias in the description box below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.